Hi everybody, how's it going? My name is Markiplier, and no, it's not. It's actually not. My name is my name's Lucian. How you doing? AKA Expert Penguin, AKA we're dying, AKA the end game of pollution, AKA we're trying this again, AKA the Duke of Waddle. How do? Welcome back to the Expert Playlist. It is a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday, 9/22/2021. I don't know why I'm saying the date, but we have returned to my I Am Alive playthrough, where, well, for lack of better terminology, we are playing I Am Alive. Looks like the computer's behaving today. Looks like no matter how alive you are or how alive you'd like to be, we out here living once more. And, well, if you know like I do, better take advantage of this bad boy. You feel me? Do you feel me? You might feel me. So, with all of that feeling out of the way, let's kick back into this survivalist nightmare. And, well, my life is in your hands, Ubisoft. Okay, there's clearly like air blowing into my microphone. Like cut it out, guys. Cut it out. What you doing? What you doing, fam? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. This should be good, right? Of course it'll be good. I mean, so far, alright, look. I've never played more I Am Alive than I actually have right now. So, we're in a really good place functionally. Like, I bought this on PC, this game running at a nice, clean 60 frames per second is truly a sight for sore eyes and something that every game, good or bad, should aspire to. I mean, you can get away with a lot of shit just by having a baller frame rate. Alright. So, let's just take a second and analyze this hot mess. I'm headed out this way. This Silent Hill-esque map is killing me. Every time I look at this thing, it just drives me bananas. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's not going to be a straight shot. There's probably going to be like a gulf or something in between. I'm going to lose my shit. We're all just going to collectively lose our shits, so it's all good. Right? A little bit. Kinda. Kinda a little bit. Whatever. We'll fix it. It'll turn out awesome, dope, awesome and dope, and alright. I mean, this game is already an anxious nightmare of consciously obtuse world building. And weirdly obtuse encounters. You know, if there's anything I don't like personally about the encounters in this game, it's that even though your approach to the game, food, home, okay, even though your approach to playing this game is pretty open-ended by design, I often feel like there's really only one way to survive every encounter. And even though you have a pretty preset amount of retries, it doesn't really make up for the fact that you spend a large portion of the encounters in this game, you know, kind of trial and erroring your way through the proceedings. I think I'm still not good. I still can't breathe. There we go. There we go. I hit the arbitrary breath line. Let's see. Let's check out that soda can. Can I get some more stamina out of that? Oh, look at that. Oral rehydration salts. Are we sure they're not bath salts? We're not sure. But you know what? It could be. They could be. They could be bath salts. I'm just saying. I got meat. And some food can. Some painkillers. PKA. Painkiller already. Painkillers already. Shout out to Woody. Shout out to Wings. Shout out to FPS Russia. Shout out to all the YouTube OGs. Shout out to everybody who played this game about 10 years ago when they were supposed to. I am late to the party, but I'm well dressed, so you can only fault me so much here. Let's check this bad boy out. Oh yeah, there's like a thirst trap at the top of this building. I remember this. I mean, no, like it's maybe a building or two away, but there's like a thirst trap just lurking out here. Oh wow. So this man died. Yeah. He did. It pains my soul to think that he came all the way up here just to die. Like, clearly starved to death. I don't know which is worse, suffocation or starving to death. Bro. Stamina is not a free resource. Can you descend? You damn heathen. Really? Dropping down quickly just expends some stamina? That shouldn't be a thing. Alright. Let's just take a second to embrace the fact that when you're looking at your map, your stamina doesn't go down, so. I mean, never mind. I think the thing that keeps bothering me about this game from a visual standpoint is the fact that you do realize your man does not have, like, goggles on, right? Like, I don't know about you, but I've dusted underneath my bed and gotten more dust in my eyes than apparently this guy does walking through the literal dust bowl of a city. I was going to say, there had better be some, what's the word? Relief wasn't the word I was looking for. More like respite? Respite. That's the word I was looking for, respite. I'm so glad there was respite here, because slide down fast. Thank you. Ugh. Finally, a quick descent. A quick descent into madness, sure, but how the fuck did I just... Whatever. Some poor child dropped their fruit pack. Anybody else remember having those in elementary school? Have little...
That strange meat again.
Strange meat? So the meat is strange. Esta carne rata? What do you mean? What do you mean? At least I can kind of identify whatever this is. That's clearly like the left flank. It's like the left butt cheek of a cow. But you got rat. Demolition Man. Sylvester Stallone ate a burger from the underground. Said, oh, pretty good. Sandra Bullock looks at him and says, just don't ask where the meat comes from. He's like, what do you mean? Do you see any cows down here? He goes and looks at he looks at the Spanish woman. ¿Qué es esta carne? Esta carne rata. Rat. She nods like really enthusiastically, like she's so proud of herself, like, rat. He's like, it's the best rat burger I ever had. Oh, God. Yeah, he also knew not to ask where the beer came from. You know? You don't want to know what they were fermenting to make that beer. I've actually seen, like, tutorials on how to make prison hooch. You don't want to know how they made the beer, bro. Just be happier. Like, I would be more comfortable eating rat than figuring out where the beer he was drinking came from. Let me just leave it that way. Let me just leave it at that. But yeah, man. That's the carne rata, man. It's just eating rats. So I don't want to hear anything about strange meat. All right? sweetmeats are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I come from New York, though. Maybe I'm just desensitized to eating small. I don't even know why I'm making New York sound like an apocalyptic wasteland. I mean, we're not there yet, but I don't know. I guess the thought of people eating rats just doesn't really faze me all that much. Especially when everybody's like inhaling the devil's farts. Like, look at this. Have you ever been in a place where just inhaling the very air and like is enough to kill you? Why am I going in the opposite direction of my goal? There's an amusement park. There's a Haventon. This is like the most oppressive environment I've ever explored in a video game, and it's called Haventon. Oh, damn it all. Should I even be here? No, I came through this place already. I remember I killed 3 dudes.
It might be useful to someone.
It might be useful to someone? What overprivileged asshole needs a bottle of Chianti in the apocalypse? Come on. I'm about to run into some hipsters who clearly, you know, are all about socialism as a buzzword, but they don't know what it actually means, so they just ask me for some of my money. Ah, yes, there's the music. Wonderful, wonderful, you going down music. Yeah, we can wait it out. Yeah, gotta conserve my food. Yep, there's one of the guys. He clearly died. He didn't have a refrigerator. Gas mask. I mean, I'm fortunate enough to have been with someone who was ready for the apocalypse. So I have like a cloth mask with like an extra added filter. I've never used the filter, but I feel like my stamina bar would be going down a lot slower if my main character had a mask like that. Like, you could at least try, bro. Put your fucking shirt over your face. Anything to stop this stamina burn. I genuinely feel like I'm being penalized for exploring when this entire game is covered in a Silent Hill-esque fog that is obfuscating everything just a couple of feet ahead of me. Like, look, it looks like somebody's walking over there. Is that somebody walking? That's totally a shadow. That's totally a person, right? What is that, a dog? Look! 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 What is that? Why is it hobbling like that? We have zombies. We officially have zombies. Nobody told me this was a zombie game. Why is that person over there walking like that? Why am I going to investigate? Why do I even exist? This is gonna be fun. How many bullets do I have in this gun again? Clearly someone's about to die. And unfortunately, in this game, that someone could very well be me. Alright. That restores health, but not stamina. Of course, wine doesn't restore your stamina. Oh, that'd be a thing. That'd be that'd be hilarious. Can I see the threshold? Or is that the threshold? Already full. I hate it when you have something that restores health and stamina and you can't use it if your health is already full. It's like, oh, let me wait for the stamina to run out so it can start burning through my health bar, and then I'll use it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait until it starts chipping away at my health. Game design, folks. Fucking game design. More fruit top. Climb, dick face, climb. Climb. Climb faster. Climb faster. I'm intentionally running down my health for you. Ah, chode. Why do I have cigarettes? Clearly I'm supposed to give that to somebody. Who? I don't fucking know. But I'm not using them. The effect of the fucking things is they literally just take away from your stamina. Why does this item exist? Clearly I have to give it to someone. If the transmitter's there, all of this area is blocked off. I guess I should turn this way. This is butt dick. I'm so good. Legitimately getting mad. Like, I hate that my objective is get the radio transmitter. Are you shitting me? I'm only 35% through this game? Huh. Well, that's actually pretty interesting. Never had a game do that before. Slide. Alright. We'll find our way around this place. Some fucking now. I don't know. Feeling kind of put upon. See, this does a, like, just from a pure I don't know what the word is. Like, I feel like you're stifling a player's natural curiosity to want to push at the world and see what does and does not break. If you're going to have areas of the game that just deliberately penalize them for walking around and exploring.
Young man, you have arrived just in time to watch me die.
Oh, have I?
I have but one last wish. To smoke a final cigarette.
I told you. So, basically, this item that we just established does nothing but take away your stamina and your stamina capacity. Look at that. You see that yellow blinking there? I mean, thank you. You know, back in my day, the old adage was, winners don't use drugs. You know, if you played like Mortal Kombat or any Neo Geo machine, there's a little message there that would say, winners don't use drugs. Something, FDA commissioner, blah, 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 blah. And I don't think anybody ever read that. My favorite were the NBA Jam machines that would flash, like, developers' names across the screen, and then for some reason, like, stay in school would pass by the screen, like, oh yeah, you know, while playing NBA Jam, I was actually contemplating dropping out of the 3rd grade. I mean, I know I sound like a jerk, but I'm really trying to impart to the game here that, I appreciate them discouraging me from using these cigarettes because clearly I'm about to kill this guy. It's like, you've arrived just in time to watch me die. Like, can you give me a cigarette and kill me? Like, is it not bad enough that you're already in the Dust Bowl? Do you have to smoke in the Dust Bowl?
Where did you get it? Never mind. Let me just gaze at it.
Don't ask where I got it.
At some point, the emergency shelters downtown became too damaged to be habitable. I don't know what they expected. They were bursting at the seams, and the continued quakes just tore them apart. There were some smaller ones to the north that people said were in better shape, but I can't say for certain if anyone's still actually there.
Is that your north or my north? I mean, he's really breaking his neck to continue looking at me.
Just remember this. Keep your dignity and integrity. It's all we got left.
This guy's like a parrot. He's not wrong, though. I mean, coming in, you know, all I had was my word and my balls. I wasn't gonna break them for nothing, but my integrity and my dignity is just as good. Thanks, old man. I mean, bro, you're kind of wasting that cigarette. The least you could do is actually smoke it. He's like, no, I can't light it. There's too much dust. I just wanted to pretend like I was smoking. I go, okay, buddy. Yeah, see, I remember this place. There's a thirst trap up here. You think I'm being facetious, but no, it's an actual thirst trap. Let's see. Carnerata? No, maybe not. I think I'll save that rat. Save that rat for later. Real Brooklynites know. Dead ass. Dead ass. Okay, so you heard that, right? You heard that, right? Now, I'm going to give you some trivia, just so you don't think I'm, like, deliberately just drinking into my microphone on stream for no reason. Have you ever heard this man use a water bottle? It's the most excessive water drinking sound effect I've ever heard in a video game. I almost wish there was an animation to accompany it just to show us how depraved it's gotten out there. Like, my man is probably drinking this thing like it's his last meal. He does look a bit thin. But then again, I'm always taken aback when I'm in the apocalypse and it looks like, the protagonist is just seriously getting his protein in, even though he's eating, like, rats and fruit cocktails. So, as someone who can subsist on very little food myself, I'm not gonna knock his hustle, but yeah, like I was saying, this is an actual thirst trap. This is literally just designed for some simp to come up. Meaty thighs.
Anyone here?
Look at them thighs.
Please help me. From the looks of you, you're more than man enough for the job.
How many pornos have started this way? Seriously, let's just come on. It's probably somebody hiding behind that statue. The statue is even like, hey man, they're about to tomahawk you in the face. Okay, thank you. Hey lady, how you? Yup, ambush.
Now.
Back off.
Get him, boys.
Oh shit!
Hey, someone help here. Step back. You're the boss.
Get the fuck off.
You shoot me.
Uh-huh.
You
I do. Fuck off. Dirty beast. Hey. This is just mean, right? But he had one last gasp left in him. Okay, so what's good? Like, why?
They forced me to do it. Please, you have to help me break these handcuffs.
Should I believe her? Like, do I know that she's not gonna... How do I know she's not gonna try and eat me? I swear, I have one arrow left. Do not tempt me, lady. Can I just hit it? Like, this is such a waste of a bullet. Better be like...
I thought you were gonna leave me trapped here.
I considered it.
You know, a lady told
gonna
me
lie, I
there
did
were a couple
consider
of emergency centers set up for isolated women and children right after the event. One of them was in North Havington, but
Oh,
that was in the early days. I don't know if it was wrapped up well enough to resist the dust. It might be worth taking a look there.
You just said you didn't know whether it was wrapped up enough to keep out the SARS. Do you not see what we're living in? This is the Unreal Engine era of sepia-toned games. This is like Gears of War levels of brown. If they didn't wrap up...
I hope we meet again, so I'll have the chance to repay your kindness.
She's got to stop talking to me in porn dialogue. Like, I don't know what else that could possibly mean. So I have a chance to repay your kindness. I didn't write her like that. How is she gonna repay my kindness? Can she give me goggles? Or a balaclava? I clearly have no vested interest in covering my lungs. Just every particle of the apocalypse straight up my nose. Like, take his beanie and fashion it into a scarf. Fuck. These are the thoughts one has when the main character's not black, you know. Clearly only the black people have considered this. That first guy took a dive, though. I'm happy about that. But you see what I mean? Like, even though that was the best possible outcome we could have had, absolutely, it looked really janky because I feel like I almost went off script. You know, I pointed my gun at all three of them. Really, I should have backed all three of them to the end of the ledge or just been a little bit more patient about it. But, you know, a lot of the combat in this game doesn't seem deliberate, as if they want you to just run around shooting things. I mean, you do have only 1 or 2 bullets to your name, and they do not back away from someone with a bow and arrow. I mean, truth be told, if someone were pointing a gun at me, what, is that a picture of a pizza? Oh no, I think that was a pizza. That's just a really bad texture. Yeah, I mean, truth be told, I would be more terrified of someone pointing a bow and arrow at me than pointing a gun at me, because as the mechanics of this game go, you can actually intimidate someone with an empty gun. If you try to pull the trigger and they hear the click, you know, they'll come after you and stab you in the face. But just the fact that you can intimidate people lightly with an empty gun kind of throws the entire thing out of whack. Now, if somebody had a fully drawn bow and arrow at me, there's no ambiguity there. That arrow is going somewhere, and if not in your knee, then in your face. And in the grand scheme of things, if I'm going to survive anything, like, or not survive anything, you could get shot and still, you know, as long as it's not a vital organ, you can reasonably survive. Reasonably survive, right? But a fucking bow and arrow, like, arrowheads are designed for you not to want to pull them out. You know? Like, I'd hate to be shot by an arrow. That'd feel like the worst thing ever. Am I wrong? I might be wrong. Let me put a F in the chat for my survivalist logic. Hold on. Put some Fs there. All 3 of the channels. F. Get some Fs on the screen. Thank you. Thank you. He's really still sitting there, pantomiming, smoking a cigarette. I guess there's worse things you can do while you wait for your impending doom. There are worse things that you can engage in. I suppose. I'll leave him be. I did give him a cigarette, but no lighter, so maybe it is just the maybe it is just the feeling for him. Maybe he's just having the time of his life, pretending like the world isn't consumed by a giant LA-like dust cloud. Speaking of, yeah, cautionary tale, huh? Ubisoft called it. Haventon is clearly the ultimate fate of Los Angeles. Can you drop down that far without breaking a leg?
I don't think I can make that drop.
Oh, come on, bro. Really? I mean, his tries are pretty developed. I'm surprised he can't make a drop like that. I mean, bro, do you skip leg day? I feel like he wouldn't, though. All the climbing you do in this game? There's so much climbing in this game, it would make Nathan Drake envious. I'm surprised. I don't think I can make that drop. He must have arthritis of the knees, which I would not be surprised, you know. He's inhaling more dust than a, you know, World Trade Center first responder. Like, I don't even understand how this man is still alive. I know the name of the game is I Am Alive, but it's like, can we get a percentage? Can you get like a prognosis on your aliveness? Because I gotta tell you, if there were any world that desperately needs mask mandates, it's this one. It is desperation. Ooh, soda. I'm still wondering what that is. Look, it's shambling. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. That's a mutant. This game has mutants? Why are there mutants in the duck? There's mutants. guess this is the part of the playthrough where I question my sanity. You know, just take a second like Solid Snake and ask the audience, why are we here? Is it only just to suffer? Because mutants? Mutants. There's mutants. We have only exacerbated the clear oversight that walking through this dust cloud with no mask or filter, just now my main character looks even worse. The dust cloud, is it the dust cloud that turns people into mutants? Why are there mutants? I didn't sign up for mutants. I thought they were just transients and dirty white people. Now there's mutants? Mind keeps on slipping into the plot. Save me from myself. There's not anything else. What I would give for like a climb faster button, but unfortunately you can only climb faster when you're about to die. Which is, hey, you know, go off. Okay. Let's find our bearings. I'm supposed to be over there, but my Silent Hill-esque map just keeps telling me that I am mistaken. Like, look at this. Okay, so by the harbor center, there's a dirty mutant. I'm going to try and stay away from the dirty mutants because I only have one arrow to spare, and when your adversary looks like the Hunchback from 300, you know, I mean, he is responsible for taking out all the Spartans, so I don't know. I think I'll wait until this game gives me like if this game gives me like a rocket launcher, you know, some kind of rocket propelled grenade or landmine, like give me a claymore, you know, World War II rifle, Mosin Nagant. Maybe I'll go back there and encounter the mutant, but something tells me he's not as nice as the other people I've talked to so far. Like, if I offered him a bottle of wine, he would probably still eat me. So, why does every apocalypse have fucking cannibals in it? Why is there always that point where somebody's just like, fuck it, I'm gonna start eating humans? I struggle to I struggle to understand this. Some people survive by the skin of their teeth. Other people survive, you know, the best way they can and make do with a little, you know, turn a little into a lot. And then there's the freaks. There's the people that are like, hey man, I mean, as long as the social structure, you know, stays intact, I don't have to do anything regrettable, but the minute shit hits the fan, fuck it, I'm eating humans. And it's like, really, though? I mean, I know you wanted to eat humans the entire time, but did you have to? This is why the most frightening thing about, you know, apocalypse movies, zombie apocalypse, i.e. The Walking Dead, like, the scariest thing is not the zombies, it's the people. You know, zombies are predictable. But people, it's like some of them are cannibals. Some of them are sociopaths. Some of them have been driven crazy by the pandemic. And then some of them are just fucking mutants. I'm gonna start ordering bottled water from restaurants from now on. Fuck the tap. Clearly that man orders the tap every time. Can I jump across this gap? I'm gonna take no for $500. Just gonna use that one. Again, I'm not appreciating the whole dust cloud sapping my health as I attempt to explore this barren brown wasteland of low-res Unreal Engine textures. As the action music swells because my breath is being drawn out by the fact that my character doesn't want to wear a mask. irony of this game being called I Am Alive as you play as an anti-masker. Oh yeah, as long as I get dust tests every day, I'll just be fine. Like, no, you're not fine, though. You're choking walking down the street. Do we not see the logical fallacy? No? Okay. Ooh, more fruit cocktail. Well, fuck all that. Fuck what I said about masks. As long as I have more fruit cocktail to keep my stamina up, we'll be fine. Ooh, more painkillers. I'll numb the pain of the breath being drawn from my body. Does it sound like I'm complaining a lot? I feel like I'm complaining a lot. Maybe it's because I'm choking to death. Okay, I'm done. I guess the only thing that worries me is that I feel like I'm just, you know, I'm gonna have like a Pavlovian boy cried wolf type reaction to this, you know, suspenseful music. I mean, if I'm gonna hear it at a constant, you know, how am I supposed to detect the danger? I know I am the danger, but that's beside the point. This music still ratchets up whenever my stamina drops below halfway. Ooh, a ladder of salvation for my lungs. This feels like the right way, though. Climb faster than you, face. I had better find a gas mask or something. Like, this is just ridiculous. I went on Amazon yesterday and ordered like 100 masks for like $6. This is not a finite resource, okay? Like, come on. Buddy. Don't tell me there are no pharmacies in Haventon.
Hey, you! You scumbag!
I am a scumbag.
Hey there! Whoa.
Step
Who's
back.
the big man now? Whatever you say, man.
Back.
Hey!
Back.
Chill out already. You're the boss.
Back it up.
Don't stick that in my
Back
face,
it up,
punk.
dick face.
What, you know what? I think you're...
Mine. You didn't need to. He was about to threaten me. Oh, I think you're too scared to pull that trigger. No, the gun actually just doesn't have any bullets in it. And clearly, the dust cloud is obfuscating the fact that the slide is locked back. AKA the #1 sign that your gun is empty. The slide is back, my friend. I'm sorry you did not notice, but this is why we have the gun safety problem that we have in New York. Just nobody's trained, and everybody's shooting each other. Maybe if we had more gun safety classes, Second Amendment nut jobs wouldn't feel like they're taking our guns. They're not taking your guns. They're taking guns away from idiots that don't know how to use guns. I just kicked a man off the side of a building with an empty gun. See, guns don't kill people. Stupid people with guns kill people. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. They don't look too threatening. Maybe I can... Yeah, alright. Yeah,
How'd you get up here? We don't want any trouble, okay?
I mean... Well, that's what the last guy said. Then he threatened me. Hey, buddy.
My mother can't eat any more canned food. She's desperate for something fresh. She's letting herself starve to death. Gotta get her something other than that mystery meat.
You want some rat? Like I've got some rat here. I guess that's the mystery meat. I mean, not for nothing. From a gameplay perspective, this meat is actually pretty potent. It's the only item I've ever seen with 3. It's got a 9-star rating from Seamless. What more could you want? Stamina capacity, health. Just get some mystery meat, man. Well, I mean, the only other meat I have is this rat, so. Carne rata. You want
Who
some
is
rat?
this man?
I'm the rat man with a plant. A tomato. I need a tomato. I mean, personally, I'd take the rat meat over some dusty ass tomato. Do you really want to eat a fruit from out here? You can't wash it. There's dirt
Goodbye. Find something. Anything. Think about us.
I mean,
Please.
there's more rat. Like, you're starving to death and there's rat right behind you. Just eat the rat.
How'd you get up here? We don't want any trouble,
The
okay?
dust is so thick, he's delirious. He doesn't even know we've met. Where the hell am I going to find a tomato? In this. It's going to be the first red thing I've seen in this game besides my life bar. Well. These people are awfully picky for what is essentially the apocalypse. Oh, we're so hungry, but we have a very specific palate in the apocalypse. Please, don't feed us rat or mystery meat. We require tomatoes. Do you though? Do you though? I'll have to wipe my ass with that tomato before I give it to her. Damn hipsters. Fucking assholes. I can't believe this. They have dietary preferences in the Dust Bowl. Who's making these NPCs? Oh well. Could be worse, I suppose. Oh, okay, so much for that. All right. Have you ever? I have never. Seriously. Dietary preferences in the effing apocalypse. I just can't. I just can't. I'd be eating gerbils. Like, I'm sorry. I'd eat the mosquitoes if they were visible. Like, you can't be discerning in a situation like this. Look, there's people dead in the street. Oh, wait, that's the guy I kicked off the roof. Oh, Lord. Hey, you shouldn't have threatened me. You could have had an ally with an empty gun. We could have robbed everybody. Had a nice racket going. He had a machete, I had a gun. That's how you keep yourself well fed. Oh no, there's somebody else whose ankles I broke. It's only dawning on me that I was here earlier. This game's map needs some TLC. Gotta be a better way to do this than like wandering through the Dust Bowl like I'm James Sunderland. Hey, you seen any tomatoes around here, buddy? No? Oh, no. No. Worth a shot. Really got me out here scavenging for tomatoes. Fucking tomatoes. Tomatoes, ladies and gentlemen. Like, bro, I have fruit cocktail. Look at this. I've got food can. I don't know. It's like creamed corn or something, probably. I got painkillers. I got first aid kits, inhalers, Dasani, carne rata, fruit cocktail, Del Monte, little peaches in heavy syrup, bath salts. Look, the only thing it does is increase your stamina. They call it oral rehydration salts all you want. That's not iodized salt. That's not seasoning salt. That's not kosher salt. It's bath salts. He's going to snort those things. And then, you know, for the 30 seconds, I'm going to feel like I have more stamina when really it's just dehydrating me and putting more dust in my lungs. I've even got a nice Chianti. Which means that there's probably fava beans somewhere in the game that I can pair them with. Next cannibal I run into, you know, we'll get down. Okay. I think that's climbable. Is that a climbable? Okay, we're gonna climb up there because if the action music kicks in again, I'm gonna get like anxiety. And then it turns off. Well, even in the apocalypse, train outages. MTA still going strong. Somebody wasn't returning home from Trader Joe's on that train, were they? Just conveniently left me a bag of tomatoes or something. You could only be so lucky. Like I said, I'm kind of de-incentivized from like really exploring this wasteland because attempting to do so gets dirt in your lungs. I mean, shit, I don't even want to run through the environment because it like depletes my stamina. Well, we're getting closer to the transmitter. It's a good thing.
Looks like the signal was coming from somewhere near that
How
wrecked
the fuck
boat.
did a boat? Never mind.
There's enough rubble here. Probably can just climb up
These are
into the
questions
ship.
I shouldn't be asking, but someone in France. Like, yeah, just like a boat. Like, I mean, I heard there were earthquakes. Granted, I heard there were earthquakes. No one said anything about the moon getting so close to the Earth that boats are 2-3 stories up in the sky. And don't even get me started. I swear, like humans did not do this. Humans are not capable of this. And if they are, they're eating good. They're eating good in this apocalypse. If they are, they eating. As we black people like to say, they eating. If I can't climb across this little brick shit, jump across. Drink more water. It's a Andre 3000 quote. Bro. I don't have the bullets for another thirst trap, so whoever that is, you might be on your own, Chief. I'm not even trying to be cruel. I'm just trying to be real with you. I got like one arrow and an aiming reticle that makes me feel like I'm playing Ocarina of Time. I'm not gonna lie, like I think the last survivalist bow I really liked using was in The Last of Us. And Ellie's a damn good shot. I'm not even gonna try to drop down for you. I don't think I can make it that far.
Too high to drop from here.
You could try, my guy. See, that's where Nathan Drake has you beat. If this were Uncharted, he would have died by now. Like, Nathan Drake has to fall at least 2 to 3 stories before he makes any narrative progress. This guy, he's like whining over a couple of... He's like whining over 3 feet. Let's check this. It's just me. Did somebody just sneeze? Okay, yeah, no, I'm not hearing things. Somebody's like sneezing and hacking and coughing. The more I play this, the more it feels like an allegory to COVID. I don't want to go near them now. I'm just going to check this corpse. Seems less threatening than the person hacking and coughing in the apocalypse. Why are there so many starvation victims out here? All things considered, it's just a fucking dust bowl. There wasn't enough canned food and pasteurized foods and... like, where are all the Twinkies? Is everybody really that down bad right now? You better not be hawk tooeying. You gotta preserve all of your body's moisture. Don't go spitting. These people look gross. All I'm hearing is, Jesus, you're not even covering your mouth. These look gross. Ew. Fuck. Not even covering her mouth.
You want to know what life is worth now? Nothing. Not a
Is it
cent.
worth covering your mouth and not hawking loogies all over the place? Like, no wonder.
Here comes a lonely hero. He's gonna find me the last bottle of wine on Earth.
That's awfully presumptuous of her, but I'm not gonna lie. I actually do have wine. So, as long as she doesn't give me Ebola in exchange for this wine, I think we can get along. Just don't spit on me. Like,
Hey,
hey, what? I love it. She's the victim, even though she's like coughing and spitting all over the place. She's the victim, though.
I like a man who knows how to charm a woman.
Amen.
There was an
Comes
evacuation
part and
effort.
parcel with the blackness.
Not much of one, if you ask me. But they did make a makeshift attempt. Boats, mostly. Not enough to go around. They took the children first. That's why there are more older people here still left in the
Okay.
city.
I mean, considering that I just saw a boat 3 stories up in the sky, I would hope they made it out, but we're just as likely to have a dusty Lord of the Flies like situation going on over there too, so I'll keep you posted on the status of the children. Don't drink that cab too quickly. I mean, the air is already thin, it's already dusty. I love me some red wine, but
Well, bottoms
it will
up.
dry your cheeks out. You know? Red wine in good company is fine, though. Red wine will make you kissy. At least that's what it does to me. Get up there. Walking through the apocalypse. Walking through the apocalypse. Why the hell did they put this shit here? What is this? Just broke. Why am I here? Oh, someone's asking for help. Clearly it's not here. Oh, that's a building. Okay, so I do not want to slide down this building. Something tells me I don't want to slide down this thing. Oh, wait. Maybe I do. Yeah, now that I think about it. That looks slidable. No, if I slide, I'm going to end up in the... No. I see. I see what they did there. They're trying to trick me. Trying to get me to reset all my progress so I can wander through this fucking dust cloud again. But guess what? I'm smarter than you. I know game design. You dickheads. I'm going to go towards the boat. The boat in the sky. Why is it in the sky? I don't know.
Help! Someone! Anyone!
I was the chaperone of a date here. We were trying to sail the children out of the city. And then the dust hit. Now they're eating each other. And throwing a seashell around. I don't understand it. Did you not read the book? I'm just saying it was inevitable. Especially if the majority of the children were boys. You know, we're cave people when our backs are against the wall. Not gonna lie. You know, we're men. What are we gonna do? We are designed to eat each other. And then I guess, you know, the women have the pick of whoever's left. You know, whichever one of us was the least incompetent. 2007 cloth physics, man. Let's go. AKA the best part of Splinter Cell. In fact, I would not be surprised if this was an Ubisoft Montreal game. Stuff like the context-sensitive music. Yeah, the context-sensitive music. That looks like that should be a thing, and my immersion is now ruined. The context-sensitive music, the creep walk. This is Sam Fishery. Pretty sure either Ubisoft Montreal or Shanghai worked on this game. Just totally breaking the flow of gameplay to show the credits. Ubisoft Shanghai. Ah, let's go. Let's go. Random useless knowledge. I smelled it. I smelled the Ubisoft Shanghai all over it. Why did I know that? I do not know. All right. Let's go cutscenes. Sorry. Consuming a vegan empanada. They said it's a Philly cheesesteak, but clearly because it's vegan, there cannot possibly be cheese or steak in it. Since I bought it here, Philly's off the table too, so I mean, at least it tastes like one. So, you know, 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Somebody was reading their pornographic materials, I can see. At least he took care to turn away from the desk before he, you know what? Just gonna go through the store. Projecting ill intent. I'm going the wrong way. I'm so glad that like an entire loading screen had to pass before I realized I was going the wrong way.
There's a wrecked ship right there.
The transmitter must be on the ship. Go check it out. But be careful. No telling who's been living in there.
Hopefully not mutants. I'm really not ready for mutants right now. Oh wow, the slide isn't pulled back anymore. How about that? Weird detail.
What the hell do you think you're doing? We don't like being surprised by out-of-town guests.
You don't?
Chill, dude.
Yeah, bro, chill.
We're about to get medieval on you guys.
I read you loud and
I'm
clear.
backing up. Guys, chill. Guys, chill.
Too late.
Am I though?
Dead.
Nobody needs to
Are
get
you
hurt.
sure about that? Back up.
Hey, wait, no.
Back off.
Stepping back.
You too, fuckface.
Point that somewhere else, will you?
No, please.
You don't have the guts to shoot that at me. Step back. Let's not be so hasty, okay?
Wait a minute.
Take it easy, man.
That'll never stop looking awkward. Thank you for my arrow back. All 3 of you are assholes. Hey, you see? Took out 3 guys with 1 bow and arrow. And see, they do not respect the bow and arrow at all. That guy just came up to me and stabbed me in the face. He's like, I don't care about arrows. So what if the arrowhead is pointed and shaped in such a way that it'll do more damage if I try to pull it out of my skin? I want an arrow in my face. So I gave him one. And then his friend was like, oh, shit. My bad. Yeah, you're bad. I don't understand this. I mean, I'm happy, you know. Clearly, I'm being trained to survive what's about to descend upon New York. Should we get another variant of Corona, but I gotta say, I do not have either a bow and arrow or an empty pistol around, so my resources are gonna be kind of limited. Maybe I'll just throw cabbage at him. Start training him now to eat faces. Make it happen, you know, starve him a couple of days, then cover myself in bird seed. I will train him to consume humans. Ooh, more painkillers. God, I have more painkillers than... What do they give you? Health? Okay, I could do that. Might as well. Just popping painkillers like a Max Payne. So.
The ship was old and decrepit. Like an abandoned museum. The entire hall was gray and brown. Large,
Hey, you! I can see you!
Oh, can you?
Well, what do we have here?
What happened to hospitality?
Word.
You should not have...
Not only am I desensitized, but that never stops being funny. I don't know why they keep giving me unlimited surprise kills. Like, somebody's just talking all of the shit, and then they don't have a neck. And then they become the necklace. And I'm going to wear it.
What luck.
I'm gonna have 3 of them, you know. My surprise, motherfucker! Skills are just really on point right now, so. As long as I can keep this up, we'll have a nice stockpile to make it all the way through this game. I just kind of want to reiterate for a second, though. That last guy saw me through a wall, okay? I can tolerate a lot of things, but not bullshit stealth mechanics. Bullshit stealth mechanics will break a game. Oh, great, I have a flashlight. Now they'll really be able to see me coming. Aw, man. I guess I wasn't getting enough Silent Hill vibes, so they had to just ratchet it up. Explore this like in some... Who that? Arrow to the dome. Daddy's home. Yeet! Boy, stop. Can I have my arrow back, though? Thank you. Ooh, he had a bullet on him. That was a good decision. All right. He had bullets. I'm glad he didn't try and fire it at me. See, that's the element of surprise. All right. All right, that worked out. He was unusually violent. They're trying to make me feel bad. Like some of the guys that I killed, they're like, you didn't have to do that. Moments after saying, you don't have the guts to fire that gun. I'm going to shove this machete up your ass. And then they run towards me. And then when I shoot them, it's like, could have gotten along at a higher intelligence than this. Look, get out of here. You're not going to make me feel bad for shooting brown people that literally greet you with threats. Like, they greet you with threats. No. No, Ubisoft. You want to make me feel bad? Play The Last of Us Part 2. Okay? Because...
Where did you and your friends come from? Tell me, or you will die.
I swear. We were living on the roof, just on our own.
You lie. Every one of you look fresh and well fed.
This world looks fresh and or well fed. Man, I hope that was the right person. Because if not, I just fucked up. I'm getting so much mileage out of this one arrow. It's remarkable.
He was enjoying it.
He sounded like it. In your defense, he did sound like it. I'm sorry that he did whatever it is he did to you. You need some painkillers. Here you go.
You're my hero.
I am.
I guess these guys are a gang or something. They said they were looking for a rumored survivor camp somewhere inside the city. I told them I just got here. I don't know anything about Haventon.
You think they're a gang or something? Are you sure they're not just survivalist independent contractors? How do you know they're a gang? Do they have a union? Okay. Well, that was simultaneously useless and satisfyingly altruistic. I have 5 painkillers left. I could afford to give away 2 of them. You know? Just trampling around the place with oxys. It's all good.
Eureka.
Oh, so being in the ass end of the ship, clearly I'm going the right way. Is this where I came in? That's where I came in. Deeper into the bowels of this hellhole we go. I hear intense music. You know what that means. Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Take it easy,
Back
man.
off.
All right. Hey, wait, it easy. No.
Yes.
Pin here.
Let's try to work the... I'm at
You
your
are.
mercy.
Thank you. See? I think he's black. He's smart. You'll wake up from that. He won't. Now that is what you call survival instincts. Hey guys, y'all okay? I'm not giving away food to just anybody, so, you know. If y'all are... Stop cowering, I saved you. PTSD. Well, just if it starts to smell in here, just kind of take him off the fire. You two might need it. Like, I don't know if you've ever driven by a crematorium before, but it's not. It's bad. It's real bad. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's just awful. That's just all of this is terrible. Okay, I'm just gonna climb at it. Remember what I said earlier about cannibals? What the shit?
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Only shots on unarmored parts do damage. That means he won't succumb to a random stabbing either. Let's also take note of the slice guard around his neck, so I have to take this guy out with a bullet. Yo, dick face.
I got your number, little man.
Are you sure?
Shoot all you want. I'm bulletproof.
Can I actually aim this gun? Okay, see. Are you fucking kidding me? So this game, by default, has auto-aim. And the auto aim automatically locks on to the chest. So if I wanted to shoot him in the head, I can't.
I got your number, Luke.
Ow! Dick! Run! Run! Awkward combat mechanics. I don't want to waste bullets on a like the game is making me deliberately aim at his chest. I just feel like that's kind of unfair. Just gonna use some painkillers. Have a little bit. No, I don't want to eat the rat. The rat feels more valuable than this. Do I have anything that simply restores health? Painkillers. I'll just take these painkillers, and I'm just gonna
shoot all you want.
I'm
I'm
gonna shoot at
bulletproof.
you, bro.
You can hang here all you want. I'll be waiting.
It's very nice.
When I get hold of you, I'm gonna take you apart.
Oh great. Oh great.
You. Eat lead.
Woo! He has a gun.
I'll kill you.
Now he doesn't. Anyway. Seriously, I hope that guy downstairs just kind of stays down there. I would ask why everyone in this place is an asthmatic, but then I remember there's a giant dust cloud covering the entire city, so it's kind of moot if everybody's got respiratory issues. Quarantine, keep out. Too late, buddy. Too late for that precaution. Also, again, how am I supposed to precision aim in this hack job of a game when the only option you have is to auto-aim your gun? Plant a piton, drop down, climb up, move along the climbing path, hold to charge up and then release for a longer climbing jump. I did not know that. Climbing burns stamina, yes. Climbing jump instantly burns a large amount of stamina. When backsliding on angled slopes, you can do that, yeah. How about combat? Hold to equip your gun. While equipped, enemies in range become targeted, yeah, no shit. At long range, order an enemy to step back or freeze. At close range, perform a melee. How about manual aiming, guys, so I can shoot armored enemies in the face? Some characters are defensive, others are aggressive, and will start to bully you. Yeah, aggressive characters will not have a If you have a yeah, that's cute. I always love that. Aggressive characters will bully only when they don't know you have a weapon. That's true. A retry allows you to blah blah blah, and normal blah blah blah. Your retries blah blah blah. Saving or rescuing blah blah blah. What will reward you with blah blah blah. Okay, so nothing about shooting people in the face. Okay, so auto aiming is the default option. Like they really just told me to aim precision shots. Precision shots how? How do you precision shoot? When these enemies are within range, your auto aim just automatically snaps onto a vital organ or something. Like if I could do this when enemies are close, sure, I'd shoot that dude in the face with an arrow. But no, they didn't give me that option. I was just backing away from the guy while stupidly aiming at his chest like this is my first survival rodeo. Like, come on, man. I beat The Last of Us on Survival Plus. I paid my dues. You know how hard that game is on Survival Plus? I love The Last of Us, though. I think I beat that game like 14 times. Between the PS3 and the remastered one. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. If this is a monster closet or a transient trap or a bum barrage or a homeless hangout or a vagabond vice, a survivalist showdown. Philanderer's Feast. Damn, I'm really coming.
Henry will
I'm
be
coming
glad
up
to
with a
get
lot of
this.
these things.
Now let's get out of here.
Alliteration, folks. Just read books. Just do nothing but read books. Oh my God! Did I though? Did I though? Get away from me, you beast. I'm bleeding. You are an asshole. I'm gonna enjoy watching this. Yeah. Dickhead. Okay. Now. I mean. That was effective. I'm not gonna lie, that was effective, but I saw it coming. If this game's combat mechanics weren't so janky, like, I would have defended myself a lot better. That I'm not gonna make excuses, but that was kind of ass. Like, come on, let's call out these mechanics. Okay, let's just. This game is old enough for us to be, you know, lightly critical. These combat mechanics are effective because I actually like the idea of, like, really tactically maneuvering your way through the combat. I like that it's just not a shoot fest. You don't have that, like, cognitive dissonance of, you know, people being malnourished and weak and desperate, and then all of a sudden when the time comes for it, they're, like, actually fist fighting each other. You know, being Joel in The Last of Us is one thing. Like, it's just, the combat is so intense and visceral and brutal. You really get a sense of the monster that Joel has had to become in order to survive in this world. And it's very effective as like a visual aid, like as a visual world building tool, and as a it's emotionally affecting. It's a very emotionally affecting way. Like, it looks.
Hey, how'd you find this place? You got past the nutters with machetes.
Okay, he's either from Scotland or Dublin. He's either Scottish or Irish. I'm calling it now. But, like I was saying, you know, there's like a visceral glee and a horror that comes with watching Joel, like, pummel people to death. You know? Like, it's so intuitive and fluid, but so brutal, you can't help but go, oh. Oh, God. It's a stark contrast with, like, the warm, humorous, you know, family man you see at the beginning of the movie. I don't know if he's a widower, but clearly, you know, wife. But, like, this, it's like bum fights. It's like janky bum fights. I do like that you can mess around with the AI and that there are different personality types that you have to contend with in a single fight, but when you get rushed out of nowhere, the jank hits you like Metal Gear Solid 1.
Lone Ranger, you look all worn out. I have some things I can share on these boxes, but just these ones. Help yourself.
I'm just glad someone in the apocalypse knew that I could pair a rat with some wine. I feel like that's gonna come in handy in real life someday. I just happen to have a bottle of, like, Dolcetto sitting around. It's like, oh man.
Oh no, please don't take those ones. I need them.
I'm not an asshole. I mean, I have friends that would do this. I'm not gonna lie. I have friends that would do this. But I feel like he already gave me a rat and some wine. So, I mean, clearly he kept the water for himself and gave the wine away for obvious reasons. But, alright. I'm no dickhead. Buddy, I appreciate your generosity. Stay safe in this tactically advantageous hole. I mean, anybody that's got to get down here has got to use the chain, so if they have bad intentions, you can just shoot them in the ass on the way down. I respect his hustle. I respect it. I'll allow it. You're doing well for yourself down there, old man. So now I have to make it back to Henry, don't I? Ugh. The very idea of having to get off of this boat is just...
Huh? Hey, you! You
Can you not
Hey, wait, no.
back the fuck
Step back.
up?
Stepping back. Hey, okay, whatever you want, buddy. Please. Payback.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that?
Hey, back up. Don't shoot. No problem. You ready to kill me? If you're gonna shoot me, you'd have shot me already.
See? It's all fun and games until they just start threatening you. Then I gotta QTE you in the kidney. He said help. See what I mean? I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad. If you are...
Please, don't let me die.
Yeet. It's... Again, I see what Ubisoft is attempting to do here, but you cannot give humanity to someone who was seconds ago running at me with a machete. If he was backed into a corner, irrational and desperate, that would be one thing. That would be an understandable reaction to seeing someone ostensibly armed to the teeth like my character is. Okay, misunderstanding. Sure, I feel bad because he was a desperate man in a desperate situation just like me, and only did what he needed to or thought he needed to protect himself or keep himself fed. Fine, cool. I'll feel bad about that. But if you send some lunatic running after me with a machete, and then that same person starts saying, "Puh, you bitch, I knew you couldn't fire that gun." Pow! I'm shooting him in the face. He's breaking the quid pro quo of, oh fuck. Yeet. Thank you.
This is gonna...
How about you don't do that? Oh, they do? You can hold them up with arrows. What the shit? What the fuck? Where did he come from? I don't know if this is a design oversight or just poor design on behalf of Ubisoft, but you do not make footsteps. There's no footstep noises in this game. This game has no footstep noises. Listen to this. Like, why don't the people in this game make feet steps? They don't feet step.
What's that? This?
I have no comments on that. I have nothing to say about that. I have nothing to say about that I have not a damn thing to say about that at all.
Hey, holy fuck!
Back
So
the
hasty,
fuck
All right.
up.
Hey, chill out already.
Bro. Like, I specifically used the arrow so I could hit him with the janky QTE kill, and then they still got me stabbed in the chest. You know why it's janky like this? Because your machete is context sensitive. Someone has to be either close enough to receive your the business end of your machete. They have to either be close enough or off guard enough to receive it. And then it can't be the surprise machete kill, which I don't understand. I mean, if they're standing there with their hands up, I don't see why hitting X then doesn't just let me stab him right through the chin. You know, Rutger Hauer style. I don't know why it always has to be a struggle kill that leads after a holdup. Because all you end up doing is I end up holding people up, and then when their arms are in the sky, I shoot them in the face with arrows. Like, there's no... My tactical options are limited. Very limited.
Huh? Hey, you! We see you!
Die!
Back off.
Okay. Okay. Don't shoot. I'll do whatever you say. Hey, okay. Whatever you want, but...
Hey, back up.
Hopefully there's nobody else here because clearly you get no invincibility frames during your QTEs. There is no such thing as invincibility frames during your QTEs at all. Somebody could just walk next to you and like jankily stab you in the chest. Can you tell me the easiest way to get off this fucking boat that makes me not have to walk through the swath of...
Hey, how'd you find this place? You got past the nutters with machetes.
I mean, that's really the only way this could have happened, so...
Lone Ranger, you look all worn out. I have some things I can share on these boxes, but just these ones. Help yourself.
What about the stuff back here?
May you find peace in your travels.
I think I broke him. I think I broke him. I think I broke him accidentally. I wanted to see what he would do if I went straight for his supplies, but it ended up breaking his context-sensitive voice cues. My bad. Okay, so... I still got the guy with the armored dick. And apparently going out onto the deck of the boat is going to get me surrounded. Ew. Who's on the boat jacking it? Anybody hear that? So every time I walk through this door, I'm going to hear somebody moaning. What the fuck does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
Hey, who's that?
You asked for it.
Holy shit. Like, what the fuck? Damn it. I used to have a pretty huge stash of painkillers, but just wasn't tactically viable after a while, you know. So if he's bulletproof, does that make him arrow-proof? I feel like I should approach this slowly, but you know, thermopilating people into like the hot doorway. I don't know. I mean, it's working, but at what cost? You know, at what cost? And the rat gives you more stamina, so I don't even want to use that. I could use the water bottle. Yeah, the water bottle only gives you stamina. We humans are 70% water, and it's a dust bowl. You think that stuff would just give me health? Ooh, more bullets. Oh, let's go. I have 4 bullets. Let's go. Let's go. And I already tried to shoot an arrow at the guy wearing the armor. That already pissed me off once. Like, that didn't even work. Okay, how the fuck do I get off this goddamn boat? Okay. Theoretically, it's a straight shot. But I have to cut through there. I have to cut through that diagonally and then head down that ladder. Theoretically. Checking behind me because the enemy NPCs in it. Don't rush him! Dick face.
Take it easy, man.
Land of the blind, the one-eyed man is...
See? I knew the bullets wouldn't work.
Haven't you had enough?
I have, actually.
Land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. I got your number, little man.
Oh, look, there's another one.
I'll find you.
I mean, I'm right here.
I can die. When I get hold of you, I'm gonna take you apart.
I was just about to say, can he, like, step on my hands? Like, is that a thing? All right, we're gonna have to do this. We're gonna have to tackle this tactically. Okay, so stamina, no. Rat, health, maybe. Fruit cocktail, it's only stamina. Food can, yes. Run, bitch!
The whole of you, I'm gonna coop.
Run! I mean, you won't. It's the dead body collection. Okay, if I remember properly, there were people down here, and I kicked the dude onto this fire. So the people are gone, and so is the body on the fire. You don't have to be a rocket science to know what that means. They ate that dude. They ate him. Sorry, man. They ate him. They waited until he was like a crispy golden brown, and they consumed that dude. They ate him like what's his name? They made like Joey Chestnut, and they consumed that man in record time. And you can't tell me otherwise. He got Joey Chestnutted. They just consumed him. Fat of the land, I tell you.
Whoa, what?
Oh,
Watch
damn,
out,
look.
boys. We're not bad people. Just let us go.
Are you sure you're not bad people?
Please. Don't hurt us.
What the? Let's try
to...
He's got a gun.
I do. Back the fuck off.
He's playing us, man.
Shut the fuck up.
Payback.
Is it payback time, though?
Hey, guys. He's pointing his gun at me.
Step back.
Watch out, boys.
At your mercy.
Back off.
No problem.
Let's
Step
talk
back.
this over, okay? Stepping back. We're not a threat.
Payback time. Step back.
No problem.
Janky combat, go!
You made a big...
The last checkpoint had better not be in the transmitter room. Okay. I mean, this is already kind of dick. I forgot I left my arrow back there. Those guys chased me away from my arrow. My arrow into intimidation strategy is now useless in the face of this chicanery. And I think that armored dude was carrying a gun. Like, can I have my arrow back, though? Oh, there's my arrow. Alright, hey. You have no idea how much better I feel now. This arrow is the cornerstone of my survival strategy. Why are they playing the chase music? It's really intense. He's like, he's fucking around. That gun doesn't have any bullets in it. Pop. Whoops. Are you onto me, though?
Your time has come.
Oh, that's ass. That's ass. 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 So, well, that was a fucking lie. My Tyler, the Creator impression aside, that was actually a fucking lie. I just want to say on the record that I would just like to say on the record that I thought that I could tactically upend overly aggressive enemies. I thought I was able to tactically upend overly aggressive enemies by hitting X as they ran toward me. They have to be walking toward me for me to surprise motherfucker them in the face. I mean, theoretically, I should just be able to run.
Hello?
Like, just let me run. Oh wow, he has a machete too. Running. Ow. Running. I don't want mine though. I just want to run away. Like. Saved by a loading screen. This is what happens when you break immersion with bullshit. Like, there's nothing wrong with going along with a game's logic, but when a game's internal logic does not translate to actual freedom of choice, when you do actually tactically find yourself in a would you kindly like position, you stop the player and the player character from being immersed in the world because the rules clearly don't work. And if the rules don't intuitively work with the style of game and the situations they force you into, you start playing it like a video game. Like, anyone that's watched me or played The Last of Us with me knows that I approach that game, and many like it, in such a way that makes perfect sense visually and functionally with the world they have set up.
I could go back the way I came, or try to find a shortcut.
Or I could just go back the way I came, because that would be, I feel like that would be easier. Just walk around that pole, get over there, do what you did, bro. Why does it have to be more complicated than that? I already tried to crouch walk through this, and the game was like, no, man, invisible walls. So, like I was saying, you know, I play The Last of Us. I'm creeping in the shadows. You know, I'm like, all right, I can machete that guy, beat this guy to death, carry his body, put it over here, and then that guy will notice it. Then when his back is turned, I'll like, the brain to controller connection is heavily dependent on immersion. So when you break immersion by reminding me I'm playing a video game with wonky mechanics, you kind of fuck the immersion a little bit. You kind of fuck it. You know, and it may not be a deliberate choice to fuck the immersion, but you're still fucking it. Which is why after two janky ass attempts,
hey you, please do something. I'm stuck here.
That's why after two janky ass attempts to try and actually approach that 4-man situation like it was tactically viable, I just said, the bridge is right there. It took a loading screen to get on the boat, so if I just make a run for it, they won't be able to catch me with the jank, and I'll probably get away. And it worked. And while I guess there's some merit in approaching the game that way, you just kind of break everything. This is not to say that the atmosphere that Ubisoft has worked so hard to establish has just fallen through the floor entirely. I mean, we are only what? 45% through this game. But it definitely fucked that part up. I had to play that like a video game. Like, I'm about to beat you guys with a loading screen. And it worked.
Oh, this shit just collapsed while I was scavenging. But there's a forklift just there. If you can find batteries for it, you can get me out of here.
Why am I giving him the battery instead of putting it in the forklift?
You did it, man.
I magically saved him.
It's been a year now, and still the quakes haven't stopped. I swear it was only a matter of time before I got caught under a pile of rubble.
Yeah, I feel you. Yo, you have another mask? Can you tell my character that he needs a mask? Like...
Thanks, man. You saved me. Hope I can return the favor someday.
See each other ever again. I appreciate his candor. You know, I feel like I did just make a new friend, but let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's be really honest. video YouTubers like to say. Let's go. If it allows for it, I think I can take the... I think the train tracks would be a pretty adequate shortcut all the way back, and then I could just slide down a hill from there. Or run past those two dirty old people that keep spitting all over everything. You know, the ones I gave the wine. There's different ways that we can approach this tactic. Because there's a whole lot of connective tissue going down with the this railway actually connects a large chunk of the city. You know, I feel like I'm walking in Broadway on Manhattan. Broadway, if you are not a New Yorker or already tactically aware of the shit we put ourselves through, is a diagonal avenue that pretty much cuts through the entire island of Manhattan in such a way it cuts from the east to the west side in a diagonal line. It was an old Native American trading trail. It was an effective way to get from one end of the island to the other, and apparently when designing the grid of New York City, they just decided to keep it there because, hey, why not? Yeah, I mean, why not? Hey, why not, right? I mean, when I was a bike messenger, I used Broadway a lot, you know, to get from one part of the city to the other. Very useful. Very useful. Oh, somebody's got like a penthouse over there. Look at that. I bet those tents keep the dust out. He's done miracles on me. Alright, let's see. So if I slide down there, go north, right? North, yeah. Go north. Excuse me. Make a slight right. Okay. Sounds doable. A little bit dustier than I would have hoped, but I mean, what isn't these days, right? Yeah, just run through the dust cloud, bro. Do I have to go back to the dirtier side of the map? Like, can I just... Why in the... Why does this city have so many... Oh yeah, there's earthquakes. Everybody's been talking about earthquakes for the past few hours. That's true. Alright, alright. I'll bite. Okay, so technically I think I was on the right side of the tracks. So, haha, the right side of the tracks. Figure this out. I'll just climb down on that side. Oh god. That was terrifying. How about I just climb down on this side, because clearly this is the side of the town I need to be on. I cannot believe this game has actual open world elements to it. Like, I feel like this game should be structured in chapters and levels connected by cutscenes. The open world aspects of this game don't really do much for it. It does set a pretty decent, if nice, atmosphere, but then you're kind of kneecapped by the fact that your character can't breathe while exploring the city, so not only are you less inclined to explore the city, but it actively is a danger to you that, well, fuck me. It's actually a danger to you that could deplete your resources if you aren't completely careful or know where you're going in a place you've never been in. I mean, I love the idea that I'm supposed to be exploring this shithole with a tactical mindset, because how the fuck am I supposed to? Like, y'all didn't give me a dustless period to exactly experience this place. How am I supposed to effectively get from one place to another, and in a way that's fast and not a drain on my resources, if I've never actually navigated this beast? I'm sorry. The Silent Hill map is not enough. It's kind of enough. But it's alright. I'll concede. Ooh, collectibles, crafts, and antique ways. Looks like we're almost home. Donda, I'm with your baby with the touchback road. Told him to stop all that dusty shit, we home. Everything is brown, it's the zone. Somebody's gonna notice me shiny and chrome. Any hope? I forgot what I named today's stream, but I originally was going to make a Fury Road joke, and then I kind of reneged on it because it didn't make much sense aside from the dusty aesthetic. Because Mad Max Fury Road is actually a very visually colorful movie. Mad Max Fury Road actually has a pretty expert use of color and light to really create mood and tone in all of its different environments and settings. I actually appreciate it. Like, I think Mad Max Fury Road probably has the best nighttime scenes I've ever seen in a movie. And it's not because they shot the scenes at night, it's because they shot them during the daytime and then added the nighttime effects in post. But it's a very deliberate effect that adds to the movie's comic book aesthetic. Why am I doing that? This ain't a movie review. This is a dusty slog through the apocalypse. By the creators of Splinter Cell, Pandora Tomorrow. Totally called it. I said, oh yeah, look, he's got the Sam Fisher walk. Anyway. Alright. Not sure what I want to do here. Not sure what my thought was going into this, but I have to eat one of these rats. Or drink water. As Andre 3 Stacks would say, drink water. Oh great, I accidentally depleted my stamina by hopping upward. Okay, so if my health runs out, he's just gonna let go and die. Funniest thing ever. Why me, ass? See, now I have to eat one of my rats. Don't have to touch you to see. This is what Braille looks like. It's on site. Wait a second. How do you even get over there? Can I jump across that? Okay. So I made it this far. You know, if I could just get to that building over there, that would actually be a huge boom. So wait, the pole, alright, pole. I'm gonna need a full stamina bar for this, or at least use the pecan moves. Yeah, we're almost home. I think I know how I can get back. I find it very frightening. I actually find it legitimately frightening that rats. I actually find it legitimately frightening that, you know, eating rats is actually a huge boost to my stamina. Like, I don't know what the game is trying to tell me, or if somebody on the dev team was like, had actually like consumed a rat at some point, but you know, your credibility is sound, I'm certain. I just don't know if I want to know why somebody on Ubisoft actually programmed this game to be like, yeah man, eat rats. Yeah man, fucking eat rats, bro. I don't want to eat that last food can, man. Okay, good. Fruit salad, go! That is not enough. Bath salts, good. What? Oh, that only improves stamina capacity. Adrenaline syringe. Wait, no, I have pitons. Piton, go! Is that a French word? Am I just being racist? Because it just reminds me of Pitoff, the infamous director of Catwoman and ruiner of Halle Berry's career. I love that. It reminds me of Halle Berry's acceptance speech at the Razzies. She was like, and I want to thank Pitoff, the one named director who cast me in Catwoman. She was like, I was riding high after Monsters Ball. I won the Oscar, and then this movie just sent my career crashing all the way down. Like, unironically said this on camera. Oh no, where's the dude? Did you eat him?
You want to know what life is worth now? Nothing.
You said that
Not
the
a
last
cent.
time I was here. Where's your guy friend?
Here comes a lonely hero. He's gonna find me the last bottle of wine on Earth.
This feels like deja vu. Like, I know this is like this is very likely a glitch, but just the fact that I'm doing this again and the guy is gone, it just makes me feel some type of way.
I like a man who knows how to charm a woman. There was an evacuation effort. Not much
Hey,
of
they
one,
gave
if
me
you
an
ask
achievement
me.
for that, so
But they did make a makeshift attempt. Boats,
I gotta
mostly.
Bill Murray my way through this.
Not enough
We'll
to
do
go
that.
around. They took the children first. That's why there are more older people here still left in the city.
Lady, you're drunk. You already said all of that to me, and I'm still wondering where the guy in this other seat went. Seriously, where did your friend go? She ate him. That's the only explanation. That's the
Well, bottoms up.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's precisely what she said. She out here eating her husband. Yeah, see, look there. Oh, wait. His remains are around here somewhere. Not that I'm gonna look for them. I'm already horrified enough by the moment-to-moment proceedings of walking through. What's this place called again? Havington? Havington, yes, Havington. The haves and have-nottingtons. Is there like tactically like a hill I can slide down or something? There should be a slidable hill around here somewhere. Donda, on with your baby when you touch back road. Tell him to stop all that red cap. We're going home. Stop all that red cap. We going home. It's like Jay-Z is like baptizing Kanye with bars. Like, look, Donda, he was off track for a while, but I got him. I got him. I'm bringing him home. Kanye West's mother's head would explode if she saw him in the MAGA hat. Even though we had a very uncharitable narrative floating around that completely undermined and diminished the entire reason he was at the White House in the first place. But what else are you going to expect from mainstream media, huh? The man was there to advocate for Larry Hoover Sr.'s release from prison because he's serving 6 consecutive life sentences for just being a black man on Tuesday. But everybody wanted to focus on the hat and the craziness. That's very sad. You know, it wasn't all just dragon energy and, you know, silly bipolar ramblings. He was actually there advocating for, you know, the leader of the former leader of the Gangsta Disciples to be released from prison because they just keep locking that man up and throwing away the key. And right now, he's in one of the worst prisons in America. And again, yeah, he absolutely was the leader of the GDs, the Gangsta Disciples, but he was actually on his way to turning it around, making it a force of good for the community. And you know, you can't have that, man. Nipsey Hussle was out here providing resources, opening a clothing store that had where the profits went into several non-profits and after-school programs to teach inner-city children STEM. And they were like, "Oh shit, the black kids are learning STEM, kill them!" So, you know, I would say anyone with a vested interest in preserving the integrity of our children and securing their futures as something other than blue-collar workers, and that's a real serious blow to the zeitgeist. But it's okay, Trump. Don't pardon Larry Hoover. Pardon Kodak Black. The guy who put teeth marks on some girl and was locked up in the first place for assault and battery and conspiracy and illegal fire. Pardon Kodak Black. Don't pardon Larry Hoover, who's been imprisoned for the past 26 years. Sorry, guys, I read books. I read important things. What are we doing here? Where's my dust cover at? Oh, here we go. Poof. It's all coming together in a loading screen.
Henry, is it my birthday yet?
No, sweetheart. Not yet.
Do you even know her birthday?
Hey, did you get it? Yeah, I got it. Good. Now we'll finally have a chance to respond to those messages. Come over here. I need to talk to you about
She doesn't
something.
have the coof, does she?
I found May's mother.
Nice.
You did? That's great. It's not great. She's probably at the hotel.
The hotel? What's that?
Well, it's not a vacation. And if she's there, it's against her will.
Are you talking about my mommy?
Yes, sweetie. Just give us a second, okay?
Do you mean she's being held for...
When is my mommy coming back?
Soon, sweetie. Your new friend is gonna go get her right now. Aren't you?
Henry's right. I'm leaving right now.
The Water's Edge Hotel used to be a real fancy place. It's fallen a long way.
Are you going to find mommy?
Don't answer her. I feel like ultimately the answer to that question is
Who
sad.
knows what Linda's going through right now? Hurry up.
Can I take your wheelchair? I'll wheel my ass on over there and do it quickly. You know, I'll speed run it, you dick. What does that mean? I don't know, I don't want to be rushed, man. You ain't got no legs. Like, don't rush me. You ain't got no legs, Eddie Murphy. Like, you know, leave me alone. Something tells me this amusement park is going to become a thing. I mean, why else would it be listed there? And seriously, why does this map remind me so much of Silent Hill? Like, scribblings aside. Scribblings aside. There's a weird hotel. There's a weird apartment complex. There's a weird amusement park. Ubisoft Shanghai, did you guys just, like, play a lot of Silent Hill 1 and say, you know what, we're going to do that, but with climbing? Because I've already seen mutants in the fog. Mutants. Mutants in the fog. Well, I hate to say this. What do they call this? It's not a simile. I hate to invoke this cliche, but you know, I suppose it could be worse. I know it's what they all say, but. I'm looking at this map and trying to make reasonable adulting decisions, but let's see how far we can go. If I croak out, I croak out, we'll come back to it. Nice to know I'm halfway through the game. I think that's weird. Like, just to, it's weird to know how far I am through this game functionally. It's like, it's nice to know that I'm halfway through it, but you know, come on, guys. You know what? Actually, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it's really. Actually, you know what? I think I don't want to say it. I feel like there's more mileage to be had, like, but I can feel my eyeballs moving a little bit. Let me see the stats again. 4 hours, 15 minutes. You know what? I think. Yeah, you know what? I think we'll stop this one here. I think we'll stop this here. We'll stop this here. This was a riveting, rousing chapter of I Am Alive. I Am Alive Day 2. I'm going to have some more things to write about this jankiness, though. This jankiness is killing me. And I think I'll write that little interesting anecdote about, you know, what happens when a game's visuals and mechanics can serve to break immersion, because it's not egregious. Like, this game is oddly charming in what it's attempting to do, because it does pull that off reasonably well. It's just a shame that it kind of hints at a wealth of tactical opportunity and strategy that doesn't really exist. Like, the enemy encounters. The enemy encounters in the game actually feel kind of scripted, and I feel like I'm being penalized for going off script when I don't do what I feel like the developers want me to do. Like, there's really 1 or 2 ways to solve every encounter. You either hold people up with a gun or hold them up with your arrows, and as soon as you fire a shot, the other ones rush you. So you get like this kind of divide and conquer type mentality when you start playing the game at length. And it's not always clear cut what the right path is, but you can kind of finagle it out by just fucking with 2 people and then scaring the third one, and or pushing them into an environmental hazard. Like, there's options, but they feel really binary and fixed. It doesn't really feel like too free. Like, I don't feel like I'm playing Metal Gear Solid 5 or something, or Grand Theft Auto, where there's an actual, like, there's a literal wealth of choices that I have at my disposal in order to get through each encounter. I feel like there's maybe 1 or 2 optimal ways to get through each encounter, and then dozens of bad ways to walk away from encounters with, like, barely any health, or barely any constitution left, or barely any rat meat. Like, rat meat is it's a commodity, man. Look at this rat meat. I've lost my mind. Clearly, I've lost it. That last weapon in the weapon slot had better, like, be a shotgun, or a long-range rifle with scope, or a baton, or a Joker-like hand cannon with an extended foot-long barrel, or a sniper rifle. I'll take a sniper rifle, actually. Actually, I don't want anything that takes bullets. Can y'all give me, like, a taser or a whip? Like, something I don't tactically have to reload. Like, I'll take that. I mean, shit. Just the fact that we're in a world that's this dusty, and I can't just pick up some of that shit off the ground and, like, throw it in someone's face, like, hey. But, yeah. There's a mixture of things going on in this game that's definitely emblematic of the time it was made in. Like, the needlessly open world aspects of the game that really just serve to kind of confuse you and run you around in giant circles. The extraordinarily brown color palette. The post-apocalyptic aesthetic. Like, these are all things that were really popping back in... When the hell was this made? Like 2007 or something like that? It was made a while ago. Long story short, this game is definitely a product of its time, and it absolutely could have stood to have been more polished in the areas where it counted, because while the beginning of the game, like when the encounters were really simple and the game design was more straightforward, I found it to be more enjoyable, because this totally could work as a linear game. It would actually be more focused and more... It would actually feel more focused and more intense if it were more linear. For example, The Last of Us is incredibly linear, but it has a wealth of diverse locations, combat scenarios, and mechanics that make the game feel more open than it actually is. But I Am Alive is actually open. Like, the open world serves to kind of mess with the pacing. The mechanics between the climbing and the breathing do a lot to stifle your need or want or desire to actually explore this dusty-ass, decrepit environment, because it's constantly killing you as you attempt to move through it. The enemy encounters can be somewhat intense and somewhat, tactically satisfying, but when the number of enemies increases, the cracks really start to show in just how limited you actually are. Like, I don't like that there are bulletproof enemies that, because of the game's default auto-aim option, cannot be shot in the head. It's just kind of nutty. It's nuttier than a squirrel fart. Like, the game is constantly doing a constant push and pull. It's like a tug of war where I really enjoy what I'm doing and kind of have fun riffing on what they're presenting me here. And the world building from the survivors is actually kind of compelling. But the game's first hour was definitely its strongest, and I have a sneaking suspicion that if they keep upping the ante, if they keep making the encounters and the environments more complex, it's really going to expose some of the more glaring flaws in the way this game is designed. I think a more focused, linear structure would have benefited this game a lot more. And the breathing in the dust shit is just really annoying. Along with the fact that there are visibly people in the world that wear balaclavas or put bandanas around their faces or wear masks or have gas masks. And meanwhile, my character is just walking around like it's always sunny in Havington. And it's not always sunny. It's always dusty in Havington. That having been said, I'm enjoying this game. It's got its good sides, it's got its bad sides, but it's surprisingly playable. Has a mildly compelling protagonist, and I'm genuinely curious. I'm genuinely curious about what's going to happen next. There's definitely something pushing me forward here. I don't even know if it's a good ending, but I just kind of want to see. I just kind of want to see where this is headed. And I mean, we haven't even that is to say that we haven't even said anything about the mutants yet. There's mutants. There are mutants. There are mutants. I also have no idea what my main character's doing. I mean, he went to his house in the first hour and his wife and kid weren't there. It's like, all right, well, the cannibals got him. Like, I feel like the credits should have just rolled right then and there. He went home and nobody was home. Oh, shit. It's like, I am alive. Well, I am alone. But that having been said, that would conclude tonight's Expert Playlist, episode 229. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, the socials are there. If you enjoyed, the Facebooks are there. It's Expert Penguin on everything. It's Expert Playlist on Instagram. It's Expert Penguin on Twitter. It's, you know what? Just type in Expert Penguin. I'm just weirdly Googleable. despite my tenure. But I'll see you same bat time, same bat channel. Since since my streaming setup literally imploded Monday night, that means that we will be doing a third show on the unusual days. Maybe Thursday. Was it Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Maybe Thursday or Friday. I'm not too sure about tomorrow, but we will get the third stream in as we do. You will find out on the Instagram, if anything. Soon to be the Twitter. I just got to reset up the stream deck and get all that finangled together again, you know. My PC's being temperamental, so. It's being temperamental, but I don't want to buy a power supply right now, okay? The iPhone 13's right around the corner, and my phone has like 10 cracks in it. For the first time in 13 years, I have cracks in my phone. That just goes to show you. If your boyfriend characteristically puts tanks on his phone and has never broken his phone ever, maybe your need for minimalism on a phone that you're not going to be dropping off of your bike is irrelevant. And you should just get him the vibranium case that he wanted. And then his phone wouldn't have cracks in it. Anyway, the iPhone's ability to operate, despite looking like Spider-Man skeeted on the screen, is still a marvel to me to this day. So, smoke them if you got them. Verizon's still going to give me like $600 for it. But that slice of my personal life aside, good night, you heathens. Good night, everybody. Wash your hands, and don't be like the main character of this game. Wear a mask. Then you won't have to suffocate in the great outdoors. You feel me? I hope you feel me. Good Lord. I am alive. Yeah, not for long. Shoot. I am asbestos. I am asphyxiated. Shoot. I am acclimating to suffocation. Shoot. I am not breathing, more like. There's somebody sitting here like, does he know the stream is still on while he's sitting there talking to himself? Yeah, I know the stream's still on. What? You're the one looking at a loading screen. Shoutouts to the wonderful heathen who designed my logo. It's got like a nice beak. I mean, I know it's a giant circle, 2 circles, a heart, and a polygonal figure, but it really does look like a penguin with a beak. Sometimes it's the little things. There's a reason I've never changed this logo. I just can't. I can't think of a better expert playlist logo. I don't even want to commission one more detailed. I just love the elegant simplicity of it. Just looks nice. It's Oswald. It's the cutest thing ever. How about that? All right, good night, you heathens. See you next time.